Hey Chiefs Kingdom! Welcome back to Total Chiefs, your go-to source for all things Kansas City Chiefs. We've got a massive update today, and trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Nick Bolton might be on his way out. Yeah, you heard that right. The Chiefs have decided not to use the franchise tag on him. And if you're wondering why this is such a big deal, you're in the right place. Bolton has been a cornerstone of this defense, a leader on and off the field. But now, his future in Kansas City is looking more uncertain than ever. So the big question is, will Bolton stay, or is he out the door? Today, we're breaking it all down. Heavy checkmark why the Chiefs made this decision. Heavy checkmark what it means for the team. Heavy checkmark what could happen next. Before we dive in, we want to hear from you. Do you want the Chiefs to keep Bolton? Drop a "stay" in the comments if you think KC should work out a deal, or type "let him walk" if you think it's time to move on. Let's see where the kingdom stands. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that like button. Every like brings good vibes for a strong Chiefs offseason. Don't risk jinxing it. Alright, let's get into it. So, why didn't the Chiefs use the franchise tag on Bolton? For those unfamiliar, the franchise tag allows a team to keep a player for one more year at a set price based on their position. But here's where things get tricky. Bolton is an off-ball linebacker, and the NFL groups all linebackers together with edge rushers for the franchise tag. That means the tag for any linebacker this year is set at $25 million. That's an insane number, especially when you consider that Bolton's market value is significantly lower than that. Take Roquan Smith from Baltimore, for example. He's making around $20 million per year on his long-term deal, which is still less than the one-year franchise tag for Bolton. Simply put, the system doesn't account for the difference between edge rushers, who get big sacks, and off-ball linebackers, who make plays all over the field. So let's be real, the Chiefs weren't going to pay Bolton $25 million for one season. But that doesn't mean they don't want to keep him. What do you think? Should the NFL change the franchise tag system so linebackers and edge rushers aren't grouped together? Drop your thoughts in the comments. With the franchise tag off the table, what happens next? Right now, the Chiefs are working on a deal to keep Bolton before free agency starts. But here's the challenge. The Chiefs have a tight salary cap and a lot of priorities. They also need to figure out Trey Smith's contract, which makes things even trickier. Can they afford to keep both guys? It's possible the Chiefs restructure a few contracts or even release some higher-paid players to free up space. But if they can't reach a deal, Bolton could test free agency, and that's where things get unpredictable. If the Chiefs don't keep Bolton, what are the alternatives? Keycap 1 sign a free agent linebacker. There are always veterans available, but finding someone as impactful as Bolton won't be easy. Keycap 2 look to the draft. The Chiefs have had success drafting defensive talent, and they could find a young linebacker to step in. But let's be real, replacing Bolton won't be easy. NFL insider Peter Schrager even said, "I can't see how Nick Bolton doesn't stay in Kansas City. He's the heart and soul of that defense." Strong words. But is he right? So let's hear from you. Should the Chiefs spend to keep Bolton, or should they look for a replacement in free agency or the draft? Drop keep if you want Bolton to stay, or replace if you think it's time to move on. Bolton's true value to the Chiefs. Now, let's talk about why Bolton is so important to this defense. This guy has been crucial to the Chiefs' success over the last few seasons. He's not just a linebacker, he's a leader. He's helped this team win 2 Super Bowls and has consistently stepped up in big moments. His stats speak for themselves. American football 1 interception. American football 1 forced fumble. American football 11 tackles for loss. American football 6 pass breakups. American football allowed under 400 yards in coverage. That's elite production for a linebacker in today's NFL. And beyond the numbers, Bolton is a key figure in Steve Spagnuolo's defense. He's the one getting guys lined up, reading offenses, and making adjustments on the fly. Losing him wouldn't just hurt the defense, it would change it. Now, let's compare him to Trey Smith. Both guys are critical, but if you could only keep one, who would it be? Losing Smith would hurt the offensive line, but losing Bolton could shake up the entire defense. So, Chiefs Kingdom, let's settle this. If you had to choose, who's more important to KC's future? Drop NB4 Nick Bolton or TS4 Trey Smith in the comments. Alright, we've covered everything: the franchise tag, the Chiefs' options, and Bolton's impact. But here's the bottom line: time is running out. The Chiefs haven't locked down a deal yet, and the deadline is fast approaching. If they don't act soon, Bolton could walk in free agency, and that would be a huge loss for this defense. Brett Veach and the front office need to make a decision, fast. So, what would you do if you were in charge? Would you prioritize re-signing Bolton, or would you take the risk and find a replacement? Let me know in the comments. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to Total Chiefs and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. This off-season is about to get crazy, and we'll be here to break it all down. Thanks for hanging out with us today, Chiefs Kingdom. Whether Bolton stays or goes, one thing's for sure: this team will keep fighting for another championship. Until next time, go Chiefs!